Friends, we're about to do a first live reaction of the brand new video from Blizzard covering all the content coming in 10.2. They're talking raids, new zones, and everything. Without further ado, we're diving on in, baby. We've been waiting for this, and I'm super pumped. Let's check it out. Oh, you love to see it. Come on, Blizzard, give me something good, baby.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to WoWcast. Today, we're going to talk about our next major content update, Guardians of the Dream. And I have two special guests here with me
Love
today.
it. Love the scenery. Ragnaros for the win.
My name's Taylor Sanders. I'm an encounter designer on the World of Warcraft team.
And I'm Ann Stickney. I'm a senior narrative designer on the World of Warcraft team.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. What is coming with Guardians of the Dream?
Yeah, so Guardians of the Dream is a huge content update. We have a new outdoor zone, the Emerald Dream itself, right?
Nice.
That we're going to be traveling to. We have a new raid. We have new public events within the outdoor zone itself.
I can't wait to see the new raid.
Also, Season 3 will be launching as well.
Nice.
So we just finished up Fractures in Time. Can you tell us what's next? What are we going to...
I really hope they show the new Mythic Plus dungeons. I'm not sure if they will, but I'm really, really curious.
expect in this major content update?
Well, with Fractures in Time, we kind of wrapped up the story of the Bronze Dragonflight, and we also saw Iridacron take off for parts unknown. One person that we haven't seen since Zeralek Caverns is Farok.
Okay.
We get to catch up with him here. More importantly, what's going on is that Yggdrasil, that tree, the seed that Tyrande took from the Shadowlands, she's planted it, it's been growing in the Emerald Dream, and it's about to cross over. It's a very powerful tree. We're not the only ones interested in it.
Interesting.
So,
Can't be that easy.
Of course not. No, it can't be that. It's never that easy. So turns out Farok's kind of interested in this tree, and he's got some friends that he's bringing along with him.
We finally enter the portal into the Emerald Dream. What does it look like? What can we
So I'm assuming Farok maybe final raid boss? Not sure, let's see.
expect?
First off, we're finally going to the Emerald Dream, right? And we've seen like
Wow,
bits and
bro.
pieces of it since like what?
Yeah, since, I don't know, back in, the classic days
Emerald
when the
Dream's
game
been
was
around
first
forever.
released.
Druids.
Yeah.
with the Druids. And then I think more recently, the Emerald Nightmare raid back in Legion, right? But we've always visited these little pockets. And in Guardians of the Dream, we get to visit like an actual section of the dream. The Emerald Dream itself is a reflection of the wild world. So it's
looks
green,
beautiful.
it's overgrown, it's
The art's
beautiful,
incredible.
there's stuff blooming all over the place, but also we aren't the only ones interested in that tree. Farok is there, and he's got some allies with him. So the place is, while part of it is, overgrown, wild, beautiful, blooming, there's also parts of it where Farok's forces have hit this place. It's
That
a
looks sick.
war-torn landscape, right? It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but we're there to fix it
Yeah.
and make sure that Farok doesn't get what he wants. If you are familiar with lore, we're going to the Eye of Ysera, and it's a place that has been mentioned in lore for a very long time. We've never been there. It's the center of the Emerald Dream.
Oh, wow.
Not literally, figuratively. So the Eye of Ysera focuses on the areas of the dream that are they need the most attention from the green dragonflight. And in Guardians of the Dream, it's a Yggdrasil. Obviously, we want to help bring this tree from the Emerald Dream into Azeroth.
The outdoor area that we have, releasing with our content update is just absolutely gorgeous. The art team has really outdone themselves yet again, and seeing the Emerald Dream and
Our
all of
work in
its
WoW really
glory,
is incredible.
As players get to explore finally like an actual zone that represents sort of all of the incredible sort of artistic influence of the Emerald Dream, and we're going to see tons of great characters that we kind of know and love that are related to the Emerald Dream itself.
So within this new zone, there's a new raid. Can you tell us more about the new raid?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
please.
so one of the sort of war-torn places within the Emerald Dream is our new raid, Yggdrasil, the Dream's Hope.
Okay, Yggdrasil,
This is
nice.
a 9-boss
Nine?
raid.
Nice,
where
that felt good.
players, get to explore one of the most interesting places within the Emerald Dream.
So 9 bosses means, I'm assuming they really enjoyed the transition on how the vault worked from 8 bosses in 10.0 to 9 bosses in 10.1. So I'm assuming they're going to keep it the same. 3 bosses, 3 bosses, 3 bosses to unlock the 3 tiers of the vault, which I think worked well, so I think it's a good move.
The story here starts at Wellspring Temple, which is sort of a place within the Emerald Dream that's feeding Yggdrasil, this world tree, all of its kind of energy and life force. It's nurturing the tree. It's a very important place to
Very different
Farok
feel.
and his designs on the Emerald Dream and what he wants to sort of achieve here. One wing of the temple is untouched by Farok and his allies for now, and represents sort of the wild nature of the Emerald Dream. There are defenders of the temple
This
here
looks
who
sweet,
are
dude.
natural to the dream, and one of those defenders is our wing boss for that section,
Nice.
Nimue, Weaver of the Cycle.
It's unique because it feels outdoors, but it's indoors. This is really nice.
So when players enter Nimue's chamber, it's this beautiful sanctum that really represents sort of the Emerald Dream in its most pure form. On the floor of the chamber, Nimue is ordering the weave of the Emerald Dream itself, sort of represent the act of creating things with the Emerald Dream and defending it and protecting it. In the other wing of our raid, this is a wing that's been
This looks
destroyed by
nice.
Farok and his molten allies, right? Smolderon sits at the end of this
Nice.
wing, the Fire Lord himself, and fire has sort of poured through this portal where Farok has brought the Firelands sort of screaming,
Yeah, Firelands
into the
100%.
temple itself. So we're going to see all the destruction that has wrought, and be able to fight Smolderon right at the end of that
This
wing.
looks dope.
Another encounter we have within the raid is Tendril Sage Swift, who is one of the leaders of the Druid of the Flame.
Yeah, Druids of the Flame, basically the last time we saw them was in Cataclysm when we defeated Vandral Staghelm. But they've been planning this kind of resurgence, and with the burning of Teldrassil, they've been able to recruit a lot more willing people to go along with their plans.
The exciting thing about this encounter is that finally we'll get to Dragon Ride within a raid encounter.
Oh, that's gonna be sick, dude! Dragon riding actually in a boss?
In dragonflight.
Oh, that's gonna be
this
dope,
is incredibly a cool opportunity to be able to jump on Dragonback with, all of your friends that you're raiding with. And
So I wonder if in 10.2 they will add more abilities to dragon riding like they did in 10.1 that we can then use that are like combat based. I don't know, but I think that'd be really, really cool. Let's keep watching.
pursue Tendril
This
as
is
he sort
sick,
of
dude.
flies around Amirdrassil, right? You're like banking through fireballs and stuff during combat, so it's gonna be really exciting.
Dude, this is gonna be
It's
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah,
Dragon
visually, it
riding in a
sounds
boss,
really cool to have 25
gonna be
people
amazing.
all mount up, but mechanically,
Yeah.
we need people to test it out. We just need people to test it
Yeah,
out.
the
Yeah.
chair is so helpful for that.
And then of course, we can't forget
Oh, yeah.
Farok, right?
Dude, the final boss of this new raid is going to be so good. Oh, dude, just look at that, man.
Finally.
Yeah, the
Okay.
reason
Spicy, nasty boy.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to beat him up.
That looks incredible,
he's
bro.
here in the Emerald Dream, and the raid will end with a showdown against, the Fire Incarnate himself.
Absolutely.
Is there any juicy rewards in the raid?
Yeah, so
New
much as
legendary,
in
question
other
mark?
raids, during Dragonflight, players can expect some new armor sets
Sick.
that they can
That
earn,
Warlock one is dope,
that
dude.
are sort of class themed, but also have a
What the heck, bro? Dude, these new armor sets in 10.2 look sick.
sets that
We got, that looks, Hunter or Shaman, Warlock, maybe
they can
Rogue,
earn, right? That are
maybe Paladin, Mage or Priest? No, that's probably Mage. Maybe Druid? They look sick, though.
sort of class themed, but also have a touch of the Emerald Dream to them, right?
They're
there's
beautiful.
The art is absolutely incredible for these new sets within the raid, so they can expect new sets to earn that'll each have class bonuses
Cool
on
bonuses,
them.
yeah.
I'm really excited to get my
Okay, yeah. These look sick, dude.
hands on them for my characters.
I love collecting the sets too.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting our hands on something,
Yes.
Farok's got something really tasty for us to get
It's got to
our
be a
hands on.
legendary. It's got to be a legendary.
We have a new legendary weapon coming in Guardians of the Dream. This is going to be a two-handed axe that players can earn. They'll have to keep their ear to the ground exactly on how to get their hands on it. But yeah, it's a really powerful weapon wielded by Farok himself.
That is sick,
It's
dude.
called Fearlath the Dream Render.
Dude, that is so good. A new legendary weapon coming in 10.2. Two-handed weapons. Melee players are going to be so pumped. I'm freaking lit, Drew. This
We've
is
been
amazing.
listening to feedback from the Embers of Neltharion update, and we hope we can provide something that players really feel like they can earn the axe over time, and feel really rewarded for their time in the raid.
So we've spoke about the amazing raid.
Now, we don't know too much information. This is all speculation. He did just say earn the weapon over time. So it might not be like a boss drop necessarily, but it might be maybe more familiar to another legendary that was in Uldar from Wrath of the Lich King, where you got some items from the boss every week, and then over time, you could then make the weapon. Not sure, but I honestly really like that concept because it's better than just RNG. It guarantees you'll be able to get it if you just raid enough times, which I actually prefer that over just like a 1% drop rate because sometimes it's just so hard to get.
In the beautiful zone of the Emerald Dream, what other things can we expect in Guardians of the Dream?
So we've got something really unique coming to Guardians of the Dream.
Nice.
It's not just one public event, it's 3 of them.
Okay.
And they feed into each other in this kind of cyclical sort of wilderness nature kind of thing. There's 3 different events. First one is the Super Bloom, and that one is, if you've ever played Overwatch, it's like protecting the payload, right? Okay, so you've got this ancient who's going through and he's trying to, you know, bloom the dream, and you have to help him out by defending him from things and helping him get things, that kind of stuff. When that's done, it triggers the second public event called the Emerald Frenzy, and it's a farming kind of public event where wilderness has kind of gotten out of control. So you go through, you're farming everything, and it's dropping currency, it's dropping seeds left and right. The more people that are in it, the more stuff you get.
That sounds
and it's just
sick,
a
actually.
grab. So that feeds into the Emerald Bounty. And with the Emerald Bounty, it's a fostering event, right? So all around the Emerald Dream, there's piles of dirt. You can take those seeds that you gathered and plant them in the dirt.
Oh, that's
Over
sick.
the course of 5 minutes, it'll grow into a sprout. And the more people that show up and feed that sprout and nurture that sprout, the bigger it'll get. When it blooms after that 5 minutes, you get to loot it for cool stuff.
Nice. That's a really unique idea.
Can you tell us more about the new Renown faction in this
Yes,
patch?
Of course. We've got the Dream Wardens. I mean, we're going into the Emerald Dream, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Emerald Dream is full of creatures that live there. And they also have a vested interest in protecting Amirdrasil, so they've decided to go ahead and team up with us. But it's composed of those creatures from the Emerald Dream. So you've got keepers, you've got dryads, you've got
This is looking
druids,
real good.
obviously, you've got the green dragonflight, you've got rune bears. They're new. They're very cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And they've all come together to just kind of like help us out. And obviously, as with any renown that we've got, there are some really cool rewards involved.
Nice.
As you increase your reputation with these guys. I need to level my
That's
druid
sick
all
armor set.
for this because it's druid heaven.
Yes, Druid Heaven.
Ann and I both played druids, way back in 2004. So I think we're particularly excited
That's cool.
to get to interact with this faction. I think we've never seen before in WoW these like types of characters that are really reminiscent of like Warcraft 3 and like
Yeah.
Night Elf and Druid lore. So it's going to be very exciting to interact with a lot of those creatures and characters that I associate with like my first character ever.
That's sweet.
So as we're dragon riding through this new zone, is there new dragon riding anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
New abilities for the
players
raid?
will be able to drag and ride through the Emerald Dream from day one.
Cool.
Which
Cool.
is really a treat with all the incredible art that is within the zone just in itself.
You really want to walk that zone.
Yeah, exactly, right? I want to swoop under branches and like, along the rivers and through that environment.
That's dope.
They're also going to be able to collect new glyphs that are hidden around the
Okay.
zone and some new transmog appearances. There's a new dragon riding appearance and a
Ooh.
new dragon riding mounts. So
Ooh.
there's a lot there
Those
for
look
players who are
dope,
interested in
dude.
dragon riding and have enjoyed that during Dragonflight.
These look
I'm all
so
about collecting
good.
customization, especially for my dragon, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, there's a lot there for players who enjoy that. There's also a new active ability that players will be able to earn, with their glyphs
does it
called
do?
Second Wind.
Okay.
That allows them to sort of like regain vigor instantly. They
Nice.
can gain a little bit more speed. There's new dragon riding races where they can try to, try their skills at that with some of these new abilities that they'll earn.
That's legit. That will make dragon riding easier than ever before.
And yeah, we're just
Wow,
excited to
bro.
see how players enjoy zooming through the skies in the Emerald Dream itself.
That sounds
That's
handy
sweet.
for that dragon riding encounter too.
Yes.
So you may want to collect your glyphs right away.
Practice. Just practice.
Yeah, get some practice in.
And there's gonna be a new season.
Yes,
Can you
please
tell
tell
us
me
more
about dungeons,
what the
please.
season will be?
Yeah, absolutely. So season 3 will start with Guardians of the Dream, and with it becomes a new Mythic
Yes.
Plus map pool. So we have 8 new dungeons that are
Okay.
arriving for players to enjoy in Mythic Plus.
Wait. Okay, some are old.
Among these are some dungeons.
Okay, so Dawn of the Infinite, Galakron's Fall. So that obviously is the mega dungeon. Dawn of the Infinite, Murazon's Rise. Are they splitting it in half like they did? Waycrest Manor, okay. Darkheart Thicket. I gotta look some of these up because I might not remember all of them. Tal'Dazar, Throne of the Tides, Everbloom. We gotta look at these.
That are appearing for the first time in Mythic Plus that we're really excited about. We had our mega dungeon, that players have really been enjoying from.
I love the
Dawn
mega
of the
dungeon.
Infinite
It's
update.
incredible.
And we're splitting that into 2 separate dungeons for players to enjoy in Mythic Plus. We also have
Sick.
2 dungeons included in the map pool that really fit the theme of the wild nature of the Emerald Dream. The first is the Everbloom, which we last saw sort of in a challenge mode format. And the second is Darkheart Thicket, which we last enjoyed during Legion.
I remember this one, yeah.
Druidic theme, right? As we sort of venture into the beginnings of the Emerald Nightmare and that story back at that time. So we're excited to get players in there and see if the routes have changed since the last time they were in
Nice.
dungeons. For each new season, we like to have a mix of dungeons that are more linear, but also mix that up with dungeons that are more open, like Tal'Dazar,
Yeah.
and Waycrest Manor.
I like Waycrest Manor.
To try to keep some variety in there, and players who enjoy routing can have some options, to really sink their teeth into.
There's going to be, of course, Mythic Plus new rewards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything else for the new season?
Yeah, there'll be
tell us.
a new season of PvP rewards.
Sick.
So
Good.
new cosmetic
Ooh, that is a sweet set. Coach, we're going for that, baby.
rewards for players to achieve in battlegrounds and arenas.
So work on your gladiator when it comes out. Get
Yep.
that fancy new
Dude,
mount.
let's go, bro.
Yes.
So everyone wants to know, when is the PTR going to happen?
Yeah, so the PTR will be coming this week.
Nice.
We'll be on the PTR. Ann and I will be running around, and we would like to see players in there with us enjoying the new content that we have.
Thank you both so much for hanging out and talking about Guardians of the Dream with me. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bro, guys, this is looking spicy, baby. Let's take a quick look. Obviously, just did an overview of the entire video, and looks like we did not get an actual release date just yet. It just says Season 3, Guardian of the Dreams. We got a new zone, new raid, new legendary weapon, of course, class sets, public events, Dream Wardens, PvP. Apparently, also new Blood Elf customization. It's actually just right below my camera, so you guys don't see it. But new Blood Elf customizations, Dragon Riding updates, and class talent updates for the Rogue and Demon Hunter. So we have heard already a little bit, but some reworks coming for the Rogue. I didn't actually know about the Demon Hunter, though. That is going to be sweet. I got to tell you, of everything we just heard, honestly, probably what I'm most excited about is honestly probably the fact that the raid is going to have dragon riding in it. That is sick. I love the new raid mount that's going to drop for dragon riding. Love the fact there's a legendary. Would honestly be more in favor of the legendary, like I said earlier in the video, if the legendary is kind of almost earned by putting in the hard work rather than just there's a super low drop rate. I do every now and then like the drop rate, but I do prefer hey, if you just show up enough times, put in the hard work, play at a high enough of a level, you can get this legendary reward, which I think is really, really sweet. I am super excited for this because Unity is, we putting in some work. We got raid teams all the way from normal, heroic, and now mythic. And so to see our community working towards these on all those difficulties, that is going to be sweet. Hey, if you guys want to watch this content live on my stream, join us over at kick.com/SuzyLive. We'll be doing the Mythic Plus, we'll be doing carries, we'll be doing push keys, we'll be doing the rating all the way from normal to mythic, and so much more. Be sure to join us. We'll see you there.